Hey y'all, hey, welcome to a low carb what's for dinner video. We have some really great meals lined up tonight. I know y'all are gonna love them. Hey y'all, hey, welcome to my kitchen. My name is Erica, TimetoShrink here on YouTube, and I've lost over 100 pounds doing the ketogenic way of life. We do all things low carb around here, what's for dinners, what I eat in a day, grocery hauls, shop with me's, vlog style, all kinds of fun stuff. And today we're doing a what's for dinner video. We've got lots of really great meals for you today, but it's extra special because I'm doing it in a collaboration with my friend Jen over at Jen Chapin. Jen is a working mom who does it all, y'all. She is a nurse, she is a mama, she is a wife, she is a dog mama, which I appreciate as well. I just got a new dog actually. And she does YouTube pretty much full time. She posts things 4, 5, sometimes even 7 days a week, y'all. I am so honored to call her a friend. She's gonna be making a bunch of recipes this week that are all low carb. I'm gonna be making some recipes for y'all that are low carb. So you're gonna get all kinds of great low carb ideas, whether you are keto or just low carb or looking to just cut back on some things. Whether you're low carb or not, you're going to love them. So let's just jump into it, y'all. Buffalo chicken stuffed peppers. Y'all, this first recipe is one of the easiest things that I make and one of the most requested from my family and friends, my buffalo chicken dip. But we're taking it up a notch and making stuffed peppers with it. So good, so easy, freezes well, reheats well. This is a winner, y'all. First thing we're gonna do is cook our rice cauliflower according to the microwave directions. So gonna throw that in the microwave. The next thing we're going to do is get our peppers ready. I like to cut them sideways like this and stuff them because I feel like I can mound more stuffing in it and I can get more cheesy goodness on top for melting cheese. So I like to use a garbage bowl because it's just easier cleanup. And then I put the peppers in upside down with some water. I'm going to steam the peppers at 375 for about 20 minutes just while I'm putting together the rest of the casserole. It's a really easy step since I've got to put the rest of the casserole together anyway. And it makes them not be quite as crunchy. If you don't mind the crunch, you can skip that. Here's the recipe. This is what it looks like in my cookbook. This is for the buffalo chicken casserole. We're basically just going to make this recipe right now, and then we're going to stuff it into the peppers. You could use tricolored peppers, any color pepper you want, whatever floats your boat. Now, if you have softened cream cheese, this is going to be so much easier. So if you don't, pop it in the microwave for 10 or 15 seconds. We're going to add some mayonnaise and some sour cream. We're going to add some Frank's hot sauce. This is more like a buffalo style than an actual spicy. It's really not very spicy at all. And then we're going to add ranch. I'm using this Frank's Red Hot mainly just because I want to finish it up. It's a little spicy for me, so I probably will not repurchase and just stick to ranch. But if you like a lot of spice, this may be the spice for you. It is definitely a little on the spicy side. Now we're just going to add our chicken. You can use rotisserie chicken. I usually use canned chicken just from Costco, 2 cans, and drain it and put it in. That is the easiest, and I always have it on hand, but whatever kind of chicken. And then about half a cup of cheese. I usually use Mexican, like the shredded Mexican from Costco, but you can use Monterey Jack, any kind of cheese that you want. I used about half a cup, and I'm reserving a little bit for the cheesy topping. The next thing we're going to do is take our microwaved riced cauliflower. This was microwaved according to the directions on the bag. And I'm going to put it in a very clean hand towel and we're going to wring it out. Y'all, this step is the key to so many cauliflower dishes or any kind of like riced veggie dishes, riced cauliflower, riced broccoli. You wring it out back and forth until you get all of the liquid that you can possibly get out. This will save your dishes, making them not watery, making them taste better. Even if you're going to do like a riced cauliflower by itself, do this step before you put it in the pan with some oil and spices. It makes all of the difference. It's going to make your cauliflower taste good, y'all. I highly recommend this step, and it's really easy to do. You do need to let it cool off just a little bit, otherwise it's going to be super hot on your hands. But see all of this liquid? I mean, that is a lot of liquid that we are getting out of this guy, y'all. Just dump this cauliflower in. I usually do 2 bags. I only did 1 today because I was out, but I usually do use 2 bags of rice cauliflower here. It just kind of beefs it up some, bulks it up. Not beef, bulks it up. All right, the next thing we're going to do is get our peppers. See how they're kind of soft and pliable now? So we're going to fill the peppers up into our dish here and then just stuff them as full as you want to stuff them with the buffalo chicken mix. I did put half of them with just the ranch, and then half of them I added some blue cheese to. Somehow missed getting that on camera, but the blue cheese is completely optional. I like it better with blue cheese, but some of my family doesn't. So we're just going to stuff these as full as we want. You can really mound them up, and these freeze and reheat so well, y'all. I highly recommend making multiples of these, more than you plan to eat, and freezing some, because it's just such a great, easy, portable freezer meal. Once they're fully topped with cheese, you're going to put them in the oven. I think I did 375. It doesn't really matter. You're just reheating it. You're heating it through is the right word. Heating it through, y'all. So we're going to heat it through, and then this is how much I had left over. I just put it in a Pyrex. I love these glass Pyrex because I can refreeze in them. I can reheat in them. I can bake in them. Microwave. They're very, very versatile, and I just love having these. This is going to be a great, just like leftovers during the week for a lunch or a snack or whatever. The kids even just eat it with like chips. I eat it with pork rinds or just eat it with a spoon. It is so delicious. Here it is out of the oven. Oh my gosh, y'all. It is like ooey gooey cheesy. It smells so good. Look at that. Yes, please. Oh my gosh, y'all. All right, y'all, let's try this. It's been sitting about probably 20 minutes because I got occupied with the baby, the dog, Hank, our little baby dog. So delicious, so good. Oh my gosh. It's one of my favorite things that we make. We all love it, so easy. And when you put it in a stuffed pepper, it feels like a completely different meal, but it still has all those tastes that we like absolutely love. Highly recommend you try any of this buffalo chicken, whether you do it as a dip, whether you do it as a casserole, whether you stuff peppers. It is worth trying, y'all, and it is not overly spicy. It's got a kick, but it's more like the buffalo flavor than like spicy in your face. So if you're not a super spicy person, you probably will like this as well. No one is home but me right now. It's one of those crazy nights, so nobody else here to taste test right now, but these reheat beautifully, which is why I made them today. All right, I will see y'all tomorrow for another What's for Dinner. Hey y'all, tonight we are making an extra special dinner. It is my husband's birthday week, and I am making the ultimate burger. We're talking an amazing fat ground sirloin burger with sun-dried tomato compound butter with onion bacon jam and goat cheese on a chaffle. Now, if you're not doing low carb, you could totally put it on a regular bun, but Jason actually loves the chaffles just as much as buns, so it's gonna be on a chaffle. We are making a delicious onion bacon jam. Oh my gosh, Hank has been whiny and cryy. So this is our puppy Hank, if you haven't met him yet, and he is 10 weeks old and he is wanting mommy today. So we're rolling with it. We're rolling with it. I'm gonna start by cooking the onions because they're gonna take the longest, and then I'm also gonna serve this with a squash casserole, and I think I'm gonna do some smashed potatoes for Jason and the kids because they're definitely not low carb. The squash casserole is low carb. It's from the Southern Keto Beyond the Basics cookbook, so we're gonna try that out. And then I'm also gonna try my hand out on a strawberry pie from that same cookbook. I am not a baker by any means, y'all, but we're gonna try and make a really special dinner tonight while handling this little guy. Okay, I'm gonna take 2 red onions. These are huge red onions, and I'm gonna dice them No, slice them. Slice them really thin, Erica. Okay, this pan I just got and I am loving it. It's from the company Green Pan. It's so pretty. I love the gold. So I'm just getting some bacon fat in here. This is going to be about 2 tablespoons of bacon fat. And once this melts, I'm going to add the onions and I'm going to cook these low and slow, y'all. This is a ton of onions and it is probably going to take me 45 minutes or an hour to make these. This is a labor of love, but the end product is so delicious. I always like to make a lot because, again, it takes a while. You have to baby it. I'm going to be standing over the stove, but sometimes it's worth it, and the end product is unbelievable. It's totally worth trying for a special occasion. And if you make a lot, it'll last for a couple weeks in the fridge, so make a lot. That's my best advice. This is over a very low heat. The next thing that we're going to make, y'all, is some squash casserole. I am using a recipe from the Southern Keto Beyond the Basics. This is the first recipe we're testing out of this book, but you're just going to want to get thin sliced squash. Usually I use my mandolin for this, but we're just going to use a knife today. Okay, hamburgers, super simple, y'all. Worcestershire sauce, Grill Master seasoning. Grill Master seasoning has your salt, your pepper, paprika, organic dill, organic coriander, organic thyme, garlic, fennel, rosemary. It's all organic. This blend together somehow is just amazing. It's our favorite for making burgers. So if I'm just gonna make my basic burger, this is about 2 pounds of hamburger meat. So I did about a tablespoon per pound of grill seasoning, but I'm gonna do just about 2 tablespoons of Worcestershire sauce, and that is it for your basic hamburger. We also like to use ground sirloin. It's just a little tastier, in my opinion, for hamburgers. So I'm gonna go ahead and mix all of this together. Whenever you're mixing hamburger meat, you always wanna mix it the least amount you possibly can. I'm going in with some more of this seasoning. So probably 3 tablespoons total of this seasoning, y'all, and I'm just gonna get these gently mixed. And these are gonna be basic burgers because our toppings are gonna be freaking amazing. We have goat cheese, we have onion bacon jam, we have a compound butter that has sun-dried tomato and herbs in it. So I'm going as basic as possible, but with really good quality meat and seasoning. About 20 minutes in, y'all. They are looking good. They're starting to caramelize, probably another 20-25 minutes total. Like I said, super low and slow, tedious, but oh my gosh, delicious. Y'all, I don't know if this is showing. Yeah, it is. One of my favorite shirts. I just splashed bacon grease all over me, y'all. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, I love this shirt. I'm so mad. I have a trick that I use for grease where I use hydrogen peroxide and Dawn Power Wash on it. So I'm gonna go put that on it right now and throw a load in. Cross my fingers. Y'all cross your fingers for me. I love this shirt. Okay, we've been about 40 minutes now, y'all, and it's really starting to caramelize a lot. I'm thinking in the next 10 minutes we'll be ready to start adding the rest of the ingredients. So we're getting there. We're getting there. Changed my shirt. I hope that comes out, y'all. I hope that trick works. It usually works. I love that shirt. Okay, new shirt, still cooking onions. All right, we had to take a momentary break to go get Caroline's permit redone, which was a whole fiasco I'll tell y'all about later. But Jackson finished caramelizing these onions. They look perfect. So we're gonna go in with some Sucre Gold, some kind of brown sugar alternative. If you are not doing low carb, just plain brown sugar. That was 1/4 cup. And we're going to go in with a whole large amount of bacon here. This is bacon that I had previously cooked and chopped up. I saved the bacon fat. As y'all know, we cooked this, we caramelized our onions in the bacon fat. So we're gonna add that bacon right in there. So this is gonna be a bacon onion jam. Now we are going to go in with some apple cider vinegar. That's about 1/4 cup of apple cider vinegar. And we're gonna go in with about 1/4 cup of, this is Lakanto maple syrup. And I'm just kind of playing with it, so if we need to add a little bit more sugar or anything in a minute, we can. But we're gonna bring this up to kind of like a low simmer and then start simmering away again. Okay, y'all, I feel like this just needs a little something, so we're just sprinkling with just a little bit of cayenne pepper, like not even an 1/8 of a teaspoon probably. We're just getting a little bit of heat. Bacon jam is done. I'm just gonna leave it nice and chunky. A lot of people, when they're making bacon jam, will use an immersion blender or a food processor and make it more like jam consistency, but I like the caramelized onions and the bacon bits in it. I'm gonna leave it like that, y'all, and this is so good. Jack and I just kept tasting it and playing with it. We added probably about an 1/8 of a teaspoon total of cayenne to the whole big mass, and I had originally used 1/4 cup of apple cider vinegar, and I added about 2 more tablespoons of apple cider vinegar, and it kind of came out to the taste that we like. So you just have to play with it at the end, but this is gonna be such a good dinner, y'all. Okay, moving on, we are gonna make the squash casserole and get the smashed potatoes ready. And I need to make the strawberry pie that needs to sit, but I'm out of heavy whipping cream. So I'm trying to do what I can until Jason gets here with the rest of my ingredients, because, you know, that's who I am. I think I'm prepared, I think I have everything set out, and then I need 5 million other ingredients. I'm really good at that, y'all. Here it is. How amazing does this look? Slow motion for the food porn here. Oh my gosh. I cannot wait to put this in my mouth, y'all. You have to make this. Okay, y'all, I have these red potatoes that we got in Farm Bot. All right, so this has bacon fat all over it. Bacon fat is room temperature, so we're gonna go ahead but there's plenty on here, so we're tossing these in this bacon. Fresh Jack's toasted onion, this is one of my all-time favorites. You also could use the same seasoning we used on the burgers, y'all. You can use whatever kind of seasoning you want. I like to do these at about 425 degrees. We are gonna make squash casserole now, so this is 2 tablespoons of butter going in. We're gonna let that soften. Okay, so now we're gonna add in our squash and our onions. I've already pre-sliced these. So these are my squash, and then onion, it's said to do about 1/2 cup of chopped onions. So I just brought some from the freezer. These are finely diced. I think that will be perfect. We're just gonna toss these around, and then it says just to cook it until the squash is softened and the onions are translucent. Okay, so while the squash is getting ready, this is 2 eggs and 1/4 cup of sour cream. And then she just uses salt and pepper, y'all. Instead of salt and pepper, I am going to use roasted garlic and Fresh Jack's toasted onion. I don't know, I'm a garlic person. She uses just sour cream and eggs here. My version, I use some sour cream and some cream cheese. So we shall see. I'm gonna make it the way she makes it, just change my seasoning up, and then we'll decide if I like this version or my version better, because it's always worth trying. Sometimes you find somebody else's version is better than yours, right? Or you find a way to combine the two or something. Add some toasted onion there. That's about 2 teaspoons of toasted onion seasoning. Okay, going in with about 1 cup of cheese. This is just like quesadilla Mexican style melting cheese, which I think will go really well. Normally I would use a white sharp cheddar, but I think she calls for just like regular sharp cheddar, but we're using what we had in the fridge cheese wise. I think this will be just fine. Then over here we have our squash starting to get nice and soft. Okay, roasted garlic going in. We're just going to mix this all in through here, and then we're going to mix our squash into this. So I'm just going to do a little bit. Well, no, we're just going to a little bit and get it stirred to kind of temper those eggs, because we don't want the eggs cooking on us, y'all. Trying to do this one-handed. Alright, now we're going to add the rest. Squash casserole going in. Okay. This goes in a 350-degree oven for 25 minutes, and then we're gonna top it with the pork rind topping. I'm gonna use my keto crumb topping, but this goes in like this for 25 minutes. All right, y'all, I am getting worn out. It's fine. Yeah, it's just my 18-year-old cursing as he's walking by. No deal. Okay, y'all, I love cooking. It is my jam. It is my favorite thing ever. I have been cooking so long today because of everything happening and having to take breaks, and I'm just now getting to this strawberry pie and I'm so tired, but I want to have it for the dessert. I want like this full meal for his birthday. So we're gonna make some graham cracker crust. I am not a baker at all. I'm using this Southern Keto book that we've been using today. So we're gonna use this book. We're gonna make a strawberry pie. So let's do it. Okay, so we're doing almond flour first. I use this sifter. This is my favorite sifter ever. It's by Sur La Table. I think that's how you say that place, right? Sur La Table. Anyways, I overfilled it a little bit there though, y'all. This is not helpful. Ugh, God, I hate baking. I just don't feel like sifting. We're just not doing it. It'll be all right. I don't feel like it, y'all. We're gonna sift with a fork. It is the end of the day and I just don't feel like it. This, however, is amazing. It is my favorite sifter ever. It works so much better on almond flour and gluten-free flours than regular sifters. I love it, love it, love it. I'm just not feeling it today. So we're just gonna get all the little things out. So we've got our almond flour. I'm not gonna give y'all an exact recipe because this is not my cookbook. So almond flour, whatever flour, what is that? Brown sugar. We need 2 teaspoons of cinnamon to go into this dough. This is supposed to make like a graham cracker type crust. Add the butter, maple syrup, and vanilla, and use a pastry blender or fork to break up the butter. Oh, fun. Teaspoon of vanilla. We're going in with Lakanto sugar-free syrup. Obviously it's hot in my house because I literally took this butter out 5 minutes ago and it's already kind of melty. Welcome to spring in South Carolina. Okay, do I have a pastry blender, Jackson? Do we own a pastry blender? I do. Much faster than a fork. Here's our squash casserole, and I am going to put my keto crumbs on the top of this. What this is crushed pork rinds, Parmesan cheese, and nutritional yeast. She calls for crushed pork rinds and Parmesan cheese, so this is basically, I'm making a mess. This is basically the same thing. So there we go. There's our crust. None of that happened. All right. Going into the pie pan. I do not know, y'all. We are going to press it down and up the sides. There's a reason that you do these on parchment paper. They are coming up, but not super awesome. But these are finished. Jason has just gotten home and needs to start on making the burgers on the grill for me. I could do them inside, but I just like them better on the grill. Even though it is his birthday, he doesn't mind. Okay, this cookbook is beautiful with all the pictures and everything, but I don't like when cookbooks don't lay flat. It's like I had to get somebody to hold it for me. So this is what we're supposed to look like, y'all. I don't have high hopes because I am not a baker, but we're gonna try. It's a no-bake strawberry pie, so we shall see, we shall see. All right, we've got our KitchenAid. This is my favorite handy dandy KitchenAid. My only KitchenAid. I don't know why I called it my favorite, y'all. Look at that though, TimetoShrink right on it. My sister-in-law gave me this little vinyl to put on it for Christmas, last Christmas I think. Love it, love it, love it. Allulose, we're gonna use heavy cream, cream cheese, and a little bit of vanilla and some strawberries, of course. So I'm just gonna mix everything in here to try and get it not lumpy. I'm gonna use this thing to sift the allulose so that there's no lumps. And my cream cheese is very, very soft, which is super important. mess. Oh my gosh. On to something I know that I do well is chaffle making. This is mozzarella cheese and 1 tablespoon. It's half a cup of mozzarella cheese and 1 tablespoon of Trim Healthy Mama flour. You could use almond flour. And then we are going to crack 1 egg into it. We're going to mix that up really well. You're also going to add 1 teaspoon of baking powder. I forgot to say that. And this will make about 3 chaffles. Ta-da! Perfect. I did something right today, y'all. These are perfect. Okay, burgers aren't quite ready yet, but let me tell you what we're gonna do. We have this compound butter. We made it in a video earlier in the year. This is sun-dried tomato and herb compound butter. So I just sliced it up. I had it frozen in a log. I sliced it up, and for the last couple minutes, I'm gonna put a piece of this on top of each of the burgers so that the butter and all the yumminess will melt down in it. We only had 3 hot dogs. I didn't realize that, but such is life. They're big. They're real big. That's okay. Nobody minds a big hamburger, right? Alright, and we're just going to let that melt down on there. Then we're going to top it with goat cheese or brie. These are some monster burgers, y'all, but... Jason, do you want goat or brie?
He walked out.
Okay, he gets goat. I think he would pick goat. So, we're going to use goat cheese, and then we've got our bacon jam. Oh my God. Becky, look at this burger. Oh my gosh, y'all. This is massive. Oh my gosh. Okay. Squash casserole. Reel it in, Erica. Roasted potatoes. And I don't think you really need much more than the burger with this, though, y'all. Oh my gosh. Look at that burger. Okay. Let's watch Jason try and eat this.
And I love a chaffle bun.
Let's see if he can eat this, y'all. Is it good?
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to this.
Oh, it's so good.
I'm going to taste this squash, and everybody else can come eat too. It's fine.
Oh, wow.
Is that good? You love it?
I love it. Love it. You get all the goat cheese, like the sourness from the goat cheese, the sweetness from the jam.
Y'all, the squash casserole is okay. I think it's a little too eggy. I was worried about that. 2 whole eggs in this small amount. So it's good. The squash casserole is good, but I like my version better. All right, I'm gonna make sandwiches for everybody else. Some of us are gonna have brie, some of us are gonna have goat cheese, so we'll see what people think. Okay, I am going to pour this strawberry stuff into this pie crust, so we shall see how this works. It's supposed to set up in a couple hours. Y'all, sadly, the pie did not even remotely set up. This is overnight. Try to pull out a piece. 1, the crust sticks so hard, there's no pulling out an actual piece. 2, it just, you see, it's just this runny gloppy mess. I'm so sad that the 2 recipes that I tasted were really not winners. Like, really not winners, which makes me very sad, y'all. Very, very sad. Oh, well, it tastes good. It just tastes like gloppy sweet cream cheese with strawberries, though. There's zero setting up here happening. For dinner tonight, we're going to do a quick Instant Pot meal. This Hearty beef and chorizo chili is one of the very, very favorite recipes in my cookbook of my family, and lots of people have given me great feedback on this one as well. So I've been making this for, I don't know, 10 years now probably, y'all, since we started doing like a paleo type food. So we're using ground beef and chorizo. We're going to use some chipotle peppers. I like to use this El Pato tomato sauce, but you can just use plain tomato sauce. This definitely makes it extra spicy. I get this at Walmart, this El Pato brand. I like to get the hot tomato sauce or the jalapeno sauce. Either one of those works. We're gonna use 3 cans of that, a can of green chilies, and then some spices, some oregano, some smoky southwest, and then just some chili. We also need some bone broth, beef bone broth. I'm gonna use this packet with some water because that's what I have. And then the chipotle peppers, I like to use this particular one because they're already diced and it's in a jar that's easy to store in the fridge. I get that at Walmart as well. So step number 1 is just getting both of these beefs sauteing. So we're going to need to plug that in. That would be helpful, Erica. Plug it in, yes. Yes, please. Okay, then we're gonna hit saute and we're gonna go ahead and cook the beef first. We've got the ground beef in here, and then we're gonna get chorizo going in. This chorizo is one that is 0 net carbs. Some chorizos are full of like fillers and end up having a ton of like creepy carbs. So I highly recommend that you look at chorizo when you're buying it and make sure that you're getting a chorizo that's not full of carbs. So, I know we're smoking a lot here. I hope y'all are gonna be able to see. Here's our seasoning. It is oregano. I did a tablespoon of oregano, a tablespoon of smoky southwest, a tablespoon of chili seasoning, and 1 teaspoon of ground cumin. And now, this is just a dump recipe, y'all. There is our chipotle peppers. I did 1 tablespoon. I am gonna go in with 3 cans of this tomato. This is 220 grams or 7 3/4 ounces, so I'm using 3. You can literally just use regular tomato juice if you want, or a tomato juice with chili spices in it. We just really like this El Pato. My family is still obsessed with it, and I think if you like spicy and you like chili, you will absolutely love this. You do not miss the beans. However, if you are not low carb, you can totally add cans of beans to this if you want. Okay, y'all, we're gonna go for the soup setting, but literally just 8 minutes, or you could just do manual 8 minutes. That would be fine too. And then I let this natural release, which means don't open the top until all the pressure's gone. I just put that top on and realized I forgot onions. I'm gonna add about 4 ounces of diced onion in there. That was just from the freezer. And I'm gonna stir that around and put the top back on. Glad I remembered that. I'm just using a mix for cornbread, y'all. You can definitely find different recipes for low carb cornbread. This is just a gluten-free cornbread. It's not low carb, but it's just a mix. I'm just gonna make that. It's 1 egg, some oil, and some milk. Mix it together, and my family will be able to have some cornbread. Chili is done, y'all. This is what it looks like. It's just a basic meat chili. So good. Jason just walked in, and I'm gonna have him taste this chorizo chili. I don't know why I'm having him taste it. He's had it 5 million times, but I put guacamole and cheese and some green onions on it.
I see that.
I was gonna put cilantro on it, but since you just brought the cilantro, it's not washed. Does it taste good?
It's really good.
It doesn't have the roasted red peppers because, again, you just brought those home too, and I didn't feel like waiting.
Really, it's really good. It's not really spicy though.
It's not as crazy spicy today? I think it's crazy spicy, but it's good.
Cheesy.
It's good, right?
I love this guacamole on it. That was a great touch.
Good. So that's what we had for dinner this week, y'all. I hope you got some ideas, maybe a few laughs. I know it was a little bit of a hot mess. If you're new around here, if you just came over from Jen's channel by chance, I kind of am a hot mess. That's probably not gonna change. But I hope you enjoyed it and got some ideas maybe. And I will talk with y'all again really soon. Thanks, Jen, for doing this collaboration with me. And if y'all haven't watched Jen's channel, go check her vlog out right now and let her know Erica sent you. Bye, y'all. Be blessed.